Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Dying to DIY. It's Camaro, and we have made it to day 14 of the 25 days of Christmas DIYs that I've been doing on my channel. So if you guys have not seen the previous days, days 1 through 13, definitely go check those out. I would love for you to do so. There's so many goodies, so many good treasures that you just don't want to miss out on. And I am so eager to share day 14's project with you guys. So let's waste no more time and just jump right into it. So for this project, I took this oval-shaped wooden plaque from Dollar Tree, and as you can see, my daughter has kind of colored on top of it, but that's okay because I was going to cover it up with some paint anyways. So I took this white paint from Apple Barrel, and I am just giving that a really good coat to cover the entire thing. I did need to do 2 coats on the top because it had that like waxy crayon substance, so it was harder to cover, but the sides covered in 1 coat. So I just covered that thing entirely. And then next I took these brass wreath rings from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to be using the larger one. So after that, I am lining up the ring onto the plaque, and I'm just taking my heavy duty stapler, and I'm just going to staple, I think about 4 or 5 of the staples. I just kept going until the ring was nice and sturdy and it didn't try to fall over anymore. And I also took my hammer and just hammered those staples down into the plaque, like as far as I could go, just to make sure it was extra stabilized. And here is what it was looking like once I was done. We have a nice stand now with a strong sturdy base. So after that, I am taking this little Santa Christmas ornament. This is from Dollar General. I thought he was so stinking cute, so adorable, so I had to have him. So I just started by taking the little hanger off of there, and then I did glue his hat down because I thought it looked cuter, like kind of folded and floppy rather than like sticking straight up. So that's just personal preference. And then I just took some hot glue and put some on the bottom of his feet, and I placed him down onto my stand, and I placed him kind of, off to the right side because he has a tree in his left hand, and what I'm going to be doing, he's going to be holding something in his other hand, so I want it to go, more towards the left side of the project. Next, I was just going through some of my old ornaments that, from years past when I decorated my tree that I no longer use anymore. And I just started kind of, picking out the colors that I thought would look well together. And I do end up kind of getting rid of like the silvery tones and more of the orangey translucent bulbs. I just kind of stuck to the champagne colors and then the white ones. So once I had picked up my ornaments, I am just taking the tops off of the ornaments. Some of them came off with ease. Other ones I had to use my my little pliers there. So I just took off each of the tips from the ornaments. And here you can see the colors that I did end up going with. You can see I took out those silver ones, like I said, and kind of the more like bright gold color. I wanted like the deeper gold and like more champagne-y colors. After that, I took some twine, and I'm just adding a strip of hot glue onto the parts where I took off the little hanging part off of there, and then I am just wrapping the twine a couple of times around the tip of that ornament. And this is what they look like when I was done. Very simple, just a couple, wraps around there. And then I started gluing the ornaments onto that ring. I just tried to decide, where was my starting point, which ornament was the starting ornament, and then I just went from there. So I'm kind of moving out from that white ornament down to the left side, and then I'm going to be moving down towards the Santa Claus. And I was gluing the ornaments on while it was laying down, so it was like a better view for you guys, but it was a lot harder. So I recommend standing it up and gluing that way. So that's why I switched to my camera view for you. And I'm just gluing, down towards the left and then down towards Santa, so hanging each ornament like from one another. It does get a little top heavy, so be careful. Mine did fall off, and I had to re-glue it back on, and I glued it like on top, like in front of the ring rather than underneath the ring, and that worked much better. So definitely start out that way. Glue it onto the front of the ring rather than underneath, like how when I first started. So once I was happy with the look of the this is like a little balloon cluster type of thing, the ring was still kind of flopping a little bit, so I added more staples, hammered it down. I added some hot glue and some E6000 this time, and that did the trick. And then after that, I'm taking some more of that twine, and I'm just measuring them to the ornaments, like from the ornaments to Santa's hand. So that way it looks like little balloon strings that are hanging down from the balloons and going into Santa's hands. And once I had those cut, I am just placing them inside of the hole of the ornament if possible. Some of them I did have to just glue onto the part that had like the jute wrapped around it, and it still looks really, really cute. So stick them inside the ornament if you can, but if not, don't worry, just glue it right onto the tip. So I'm just gluing those strings into place and then kind of leading them, you know, towards Santa's hand. And I definitely did not do as many strings as there were ornaments. You only want to do a couple because then it becomes really clustered. So I only did about 10, 11, maybe 12. I didn't really actually count to see, you know, exactly how many, but about 10 or so. And just do most of the ones that are like at the bottom and some that are like kind of in the front middle. So once I did have all the strings glued into there, I'm just kind of bunching them up and then taking them down and placing them, you know, into Santa's hand the best that I could. And then I'm just using a little bit of hot glue for more stability. So that way those, you know, those strings stay into place. And then my second to last step was to take this artificial snow from the 99-cent only store. And I'm just using some hot glue to station it down into place. And I'm just putting it on top of the stand. I didn't cover the side, but you can totally do that if you want to. I just left it on top of that stand. And then my last and final step was to take these bottle brush Christmas trees from Dollar Tree, and I picked out 3 of them in 2 different sizes, and then I just glued them onto the plaque where I saw fit, and that was it. Here is how he turned out. Oh my goodness. I know I say that every time. Oh my goodness. But really, OMG, how cute is he? Look at that, you guys. I am rhyming now. What are you going to do with me? No, I'm just kidding. But look at how adorable and how fun is this? It's just like a little Christmas ornament balloon bouquet. I don't know what to call it, but I love it so much. I think out of all of them so far, this is definitely one of my top faves, that's for sure. Like, I am so happy with how it turned out. Absolutely love it, better than my wildest dreams could have imagined. Love it so much, and hopefully you guys do too. Let me know all about it down below. You know where, comment section. Go down and leave some love, leave some comments for me. And before you guys go, here is a look at some of the projects, well, all the other projects that I've created for the 25 Days of Christmas DIY so far. And like I said, if you haven't checked those out, I would love for you guys to do so. I will link some of those in the cards for you. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, I'll link them in the cards so that way you're taken directly there. But yeah, go check those out, and hopefully you guys like what you see. If you have not subscribed already, I would love for you to do so. Join the Dying to DIY fam, but don't forget to hit that notification bell though, so you're notified for future videos as well. All right, guys, well, day 14, love it so much. Hopefully you guys do too, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for day 15. All right, bye.